this is Pixie doing another video. It's bloody cold today. Another day in the coronavirus. But what I'm going to talk about today is something different. It's just a MGTOW, and you get it from other blokes. And I don't know how it came up, but he said, "Oh, my cleaner's single." This is a client, and she's gorgeous. That's what he said, right? And then I said, "Oh, right, okay." So and she said, "Oh," he said, "Oh, she's got 2 children, I don't know, 6 and 8 or something." And I said, "Oh, what about the ex?" And he said, "Oh, well." He said, "Oh yeah, she's got a good relationship with the ex." I said, "Why did they split up?" And he said, "Oh, he goes, no." He said, "Will they be getting back together?" And he said that he's with somebody else, or he's gone off with somebody else. The thing is, so he's trying to set me up with this woman. I said, "Well, to be honest, I don't date really into dating women with children because of the responsibility. It's massive responsibility. And I think for that situation, it can be a bit of a head job for the kids. I mean, the kids are blooming 6 and 8. Do they want a strange man pretending to be daddy? And what about the actual dad? What the hell is he doing? He's going off making more kids, but he's taking no responsibility. So it's just a waste of space. And you know, I know you can patch, you can bring elements into a child's life that makes them healthier and better and stuff. And it's all very nice, but the thing is, nobody wants to be used, and financially it's a big obligation as well. So, I mean, for a MGTOW type person as myself, no way, Jose. I mean, with somebody like that, you might go out and date, but that's it. You have to see there's a limit, because if you get more involved with them, you're going to be paying for 2 children for the next 20 years or longer than that. You'll be contributing to it. The actual dad won't do much. He'll just turn up every now and then, and it'd be the part of them they're always missing. So you would just be a substitute for that, and that's kind of the sad reality for some of that. There you go. I can breathe. So yeah, so it's the dynamics of that. I mean, if I was in some type of poly type relationship, you know, that's a possibility. But then you'd still be looking after the kids, so it would be a bit impossible unless the father's contributing. But then basically, you want the best deal you can get in any relationship. And it could be the other way around. It could be a woman, and you know, you don't have to limit your choices to one partner necessarily, if that's what you want. If you had one person, you'd want that thing to be perfect. If you're going to invest all that much energy, you know, people say, "Oh, I'm looking for my soulmate," but they actually haven't been looking for their soulmate. It's only recently they decided to look for a soulmate. Yet they've got all this, they've got these elements in their lives that would kind of act as negatives. So they've got lots of children from a relationship. They've got certain high standards. I mean, it's nice to have standards, but they've got these high standards in place, and they're looking for someone to be the absolute everything. And yet they didn't do it themselves. You know, they didn't say, "Well, let's not have children. Maybe I should concentrate on building myself up, and then I should look to try to find the right person. This person who's capable of having a long-term relationship into the future, not somebody who's just, you know, especially if she's got children from several fathers. Then it's definitely a flag. You're not looking for a soulmate at all. You're delusional. And what the hell is a soulmate? It's something you can create between somebody, a bond, but it's not what you think. What she's saying is she wants a permanent relationship, somebody just to take care of her until she's an old person. So, you know, I mean, it can be the other way around as well. It's just because I'm a male, I use that sort of narrative. You know, it's a bit like if a man with high debt, he's a no-no for a woman. If I said I had loads of gambling debts to pay off, they'd like, no. And especially if they got kids, they're thinking, no way, this guy's gonna, you know, he's gonna destroy my children's finances. There's certain things that women find red flags for guys, because there's instability there, and we have a role. So the certain role is a certain family fertility, maybe at some level with women, and for men maybe it's family, but it's also want to have some sort of financial or be a provider at some level. What do you bring into the relationship? Because she's the hub, and you're kind of this satellite. As a men are like satellites, so they just combined with that union. And also you might say, well, you know, it's the modern day. We don't have to go by the rules that people used to practice 1,000 years ago. Yeah, you want a stable relationship. You have to figure out what that is. Um, you know, there's things not to do in a relationship. Like if you start bringing in other partners and then you start feeling jealous, then maybe you shouldn't have done it. As simple as that. Or is there some kind of like, you know, two women and sort of two men, and they sort of swapped around? It would look like I don't know what that would be actually. It's like a quadgamy. Sort of mix across. You know, I mean, it might sound creepy to some people, but if I had two women, I'd quite happily if they were both bisexual and had a relationship with each other. It wouldn't be a big problem. Well, it could be a big problem. They could say we're only spend one night with you a week. We're off with each other. But it doesn't matter. But the point is, people set you up to do these things they think are going to be good. They're actually not going to be. And the other issue could be that your personality type, you might be like, if you're a bit of a clown, you might think it's great with kids. It's not. It doesn't mean you want to go around picking up other people's kids to look after as a kind of living carer. So yeah. Anyway, take care and speak to you soon. Bye.